In this video, we're going to discuss rewriting formulas. This is a critical skill for business math students. Now, why do we need to know this? In business math, there are many formulas, and they're used to calculate various amounts such as profit, expenses, discounts, and so forth. Most formulas are just rewritten versions of others. So if you understand how to rewrite them to help you solve for what you want, you'll have a lot less formulas to actually memorize. Now, what if you were asked to find the area of a rectangle given the length and width? First, you need the formula, which is area equals length times width. Now, if the length is 5 feet and the width is 2 feet, you would substitute the values into the formula. So here we have area equals 5 times 2, so the area is 10 feet squared. Now, what if you were given the area of the rectangle, which is 20 feet squared, and the length was 5 feet? How would you find the width? So again, let's take a look at the formula, only now we're going to plug 20 in for area, 5 for length, times, and question mark. We don't know what the width is. So we're going to basically reverse our arithmetic. Division is the opposite of multiplication. And if you'll notice, remember, like 6 is equal to 3 times 2, but you also know that 6 divided by 3 is 2. These are some of the basic facts, and if you can remember these, this will help you with rewriting formulas. Okay, let's take our area example again. We're going to reverse our arithmetic. So since we're multiplying 5 multiplied by the question mark, the opposite of multiplication by 5 is divide by 5. So we're going to do that to both sides. So 20 divided by 5 will get me a width of 4. Now, in algebra, it may look like this, where a variable is used in place of our question mark. We don't write x for times because it might look like a variable. So here I've written out our formula of 20 equals 5w, which is 5 times our width. And I'm still going to do the same process. I'm dividing both sides by 5. You'll notice that the 5 divided by 5 on the first side equals 1, so we get the right side to equal w, which is our width, and 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4. So the main things to understand, we divide by 5 at this point. Okay, so let's take the percent formula. The part is equal to the whole times the percent. So for example, question mark, our part is equal to 50 times 10%. Now we must make our percent into a decimal, so 10% becomes 0.1. So to get the part, I multiply the 50 times 0.10 to get 5. But again, let's take a look at this problem. What if it gives you the part and not the percent? So what is the percent discount? If you bought a shirt normally priced at $50 for $10 less, so only for $40. The percent discount tells the amount we don't have to pay. Well, we place the numbers into the formula. So the part equals whole times percent. Let's put in our 10 is our part, equals 50 times something. So we don't know what the percent is that 10 is. Now, we are multiplying 50 by the missing number, so we do the opposite. We will divide them both by 50, so we're going to divide by the 10 by 50. 10 divided by 50 is equal to 0.2, or a 20% discount. As we look at another example, this one is the formula for selling a product. The selling price is equal to the cost of the product, plus business expenses per item, plus the profit that you want. Otherwise known as S is equal to C plus E plus P. So if your costs are $100, your expenses are $50, and your profit is $25, your selling price is simply 100 plus 50 plus 25, so our selling price is $175. Let's take a look at another example. Now here we have our formula again, selling price equals cost plus expenses plus profit. Now, if this time we know your selling price, which is $200, you know your expenses are $35, and your profit is $30. We need to find the cost of the item. So again, I plug everything into the formula. 200 equals C plus 35 plus 30. Since we're adding 35 and 30 to our cost, we must do the opposite to find the cost of C. So we must subtract 35 and 30 from 200 to get our cost. So if you look at the letters, you'll see I'm taking a selling price minus expenses minus the profit equals cost. Or 200 minus 35 minus 30 equals our cost. So our cost was $135. I'm going to have you try these. I'm going to have you rewrite the following formulas to solve for a different part of it. So here's the percent formula. The part is equal to the whole times percent. We're going to rewrite this percent formula to find the whole. The other one you're going to try to do is this one. The markup amount, $M$, is equal to E plus P. So the markup amount equals expenses plus profit. You're going to rewrite to find E, or the expenses. So what you're going to do is you're going to pause for a little bit and try these problems out. And after you pause the video, then you will check the answers and see how you did. So let's take a look at the answer. So in the first one, we wanted to rewrite it to solve for W. So you'll notice that since we're multiplying W by P, we're going to need to divide by P. So I take the part and divide it by the P, or percent. That will get me the whole. The second one, I want to rewrite it to find the expenses. Well, since I'm adding profit to the expenses, I need to subtract the profit. So I'm going to take the markup amount, $M$, minus P to equal the expenses.